last had a sit-down vlog like this. I just got home from duty and decided to finally film this since my roommates are not around. This is going to be a long and detailed life update to the point that I have an iPad with me to make sure I won't miss a point. So let me just remove some of my paraphernalia so we can start. So this channel was specifically created to document the different phases of my life. My college phase is done, and as I move forward to my career phase, I also want to share it to the vlog so that one day when I'm sitting in my rocking chair, I can look back and reminisce my prime days. Kidding aside, the last time I did a vlog like this was during my graduation back in August 2024. And after that, I stopped posting videos. My life felt like it went on pause. I honestly felt like a lost kitten navigating life after college. Fast forward to 2025, I started applying for graphic design jobs because that was the path I had committed to. Right before graduation, I already conditioned myself that I'm going to be a graphic designer. But the agony of waiting for callbacks was so tough. That's when reality hit me. Being a degree holder doesn't guarantee you an immediate job. While waiting, I came across an ad that Cebu Pacific was hiring for the cabin crew position. So I told myself, why not try? I didn't want to grow old wondering what if I tried and it would be too late by then. So I sent my application, waited for a couple of weeks, just to find out if I was meant for the job. If not, I told myself I'd accept it wholeheartedly and continue pursuing graphic design. And honestly, I prayed specifically to God that whichever company would call me back, hopefully that would be the one meant for me. And believe it or not, on January 30, I got an email inviting me for their one-day recruitment. The first company to reply back. So the moment I read that email, just try to recall the feeling, I felt an adrenaline rush all over my body. I felt super excited and nervous all at the same time. That was January 30 and I got invited for their February 1 recruitment day. So it only gave me less than 48 hours to prepare. And knowing me, I always want to come prepared. So the next thing I did was list down every possible question I might get asked and practiced answering them as much as I could. So that night when I received the email, I really had to sit down and ground myself and kind of absorb it that I was really invited. So fast forward to the big day, I was overwhelmed by the number of aspirants fighting for the cabin crew position. And just like any job application, patience was key while waiting for your turn. If I would recall, I waited around 4 hours before I got called for the initial interview, which was a group 1 wherein we have to do the arm reach test and a little self-introduction. And then once you pass the initial, you will proceed to the final interview, which is the one-on-one. To be honest, while waiting, I was already feeling half-hearted during the recruitment because it's hard not to compare yourself to other candidates who seemed more beautiful, more experienced, and more capable than me. But then I reminded myself of my why. Why am I here? Isn't it because I wanted to try? So I gave myself a pep talk to stay calm and just be me. And long story short, we passed both the initial and final interview. And remember the long list of questions I prepared? Not a single one of them was asked, which was given because I'm a fresh graduate with little to no customer service experience. So my interviewer focused more on gauging my communication skills and my commitment to the role. And moving on to the training, it was 10 times harder than the recruitment process. Back when I was just a passenger, I admired how polished cabin crew looked in their uniforms and how gracefully they moved around the cabin. But little did I know that that was just the tip of the iceberg. The truth is, a cabin crew needs to memorize an entire book of procedures by heart. We are safety custodians in flight, and anything can happen, from fire, bomb threats, hijacking, to medical emergencies. So the 2-month training prepared us for those kind of scenarios. It really tested our physical, mental, and emotional capacities. It was so intense because we were only given 2 lifelines. Fail the same exam twice, and you're out of the training. So it was way more intense than it did when I was in college. I reviewed and studied seriously when I was in college, but this was way intense. Because every single day there was this growing fear, will I still be here tomorrow? And 6 months later, here we are, marking the end of probationary period and celebrating our regularization as cabin crew, all thanks to God. And it's a different kind of fulfillment, knowing that you worked hard, you cried yourself to sleep, fought with fire, jumped in a 10-feet pool, memorized an entire manual, faced your fears, just to earn your wings. So hi there, future self. I hope I made you proud. That despite the million things you overthink, you still showed up anyway. What a milestone indeed, to become a cabin crew in your 20s.